Well, we're talking about this moment where Jesus said, "Store up your treasure."
Well, riches ramp up.
This might be the worst podcast
What?
I've ever gonna hear.
We should.
Oh no, we've
You know
had
what is when you take a phone does live pictures? Where does it capture before and after, or is it just after?
it's just before, I think.
Oh.
No, there's some after.
Yeah, because it would be so great if our podcasting would have that auto
Before,
function that
yeah.
it recorded the 5 minutes
I don't
before
know if I want it
and the
to
5
record
minutes
that.
after.
I don't know if I want that.
My goodness.
Today we gotta turn hard.
Treasure.
I
don't know
This
how to
is-
recover from this.
What do you mean? Well, Jesus.
Yes, Jesus.
Jesus.
Treasure. Heaven treasure.
Jesus is ending this section. Chapter 6 has had, well, chapter 5 ends with some fences. You know, hey, it's not just about murder. Don't hate. It's not just about adultery. It's don't lust. And then it turns into the positive in chapter 6 says you should do these things, but motivation really does matter. And so as you give or are generous, as you pray or as you fast or do spiritual disciplines, just doing them is not enough. And again, it's not a call just to point out insignificant or falling short, but it's your motivation really does matter. It doesn't mean that we're always a failure, buddy, but it is. What? She's got the giggles hard.
Dude, I felt like I was moving on, and then
Oh,
you
yeah.
just
Well, see that? Nope.
make jokes and.
But so with these, motivation really matters. He ends with where your treasure is where your heart will also be. And anyway, we did a 1-page thing.
You did a test.
Let's go to it.
A year ago.
A year ago.
A year
like
ago.
A year ago.
But there's on one side there is a list of 5 things that if you were asked to do them for a year. So one is to wake up early, keep your house really clean, have a budget, attend social events, or do therapy. And so I wrote these things, but it was kind of interesting when I thought about my what actually motivates me. I'm curious to. So I've one that I did a write-in for one of them was for keeping a budget for a year. I said the treasure is keeping Amber happy.
That was mine for keeping your house clean.
Keeping Amber happy?
No. No, it says happy wife.
Oh, yes. I feel that keeping the house clean is that it's because I want to be ready for guests at all moments.
Yeah, unexpected.
Sometimes I
guest.
think I don't keep my house clean because I
Sorry.
Please don't come to my house. Oh,
Any
that's
of
funny.
the motivators stand out to you? Anything that were unusual or different?
I wrote in for the first one because I think it's the treasure of just having energy. Like waking up an hour earlier is an hour more energy. Because once I hit afternoon,
It's done.
I'm just there.
I'm just there.
I'm paperweight.
It's not a treasure, but it's definitely like I don't want to be in trouble, and so
For which
somebody
one?
gets all of it.
Everyone?
Write in all of those?
No, I didn't. But I think I was looking at it and I was like,
Interesting.
what is the motivation? I was like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble. That's a big motivation. So
Well, I think the thing that I think is like the aha moment for all of these things is that you can have very clear, understood motivations to do lots of great things.
yeah,
And it's so easy to check these boxes of what would be a motivator and then not do them ever.
yeah,
Not just once, but like all of these things had the for a year caveat on them. And, and you can say, you know what, to do, I'm trying to, well, just with the counseling to do therapy for a year, you can say, I could check all these boxes. Great. Do it. Yes. Oh, it's so valuable. And then never, never, ever. And not ever, and then not feel anything from it, which I think this is like that encapsulates so much of what Jesus is talking about is when you think about truly what do you treasure? If you do treasure something, you're not going to have to be wooed, wowed,
Right.
convinced.
Yeah.
Probably actually do something about it.
Yeah, because these things are already happening in a lot of people's lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like having it be enough to motivate for change. The change might have already occurred if it was already motivating. So it's like what's something that is excuse me, just like something that's going to push you in a different direction. How are you changing your treasure? How are you?
Yeah.
What's the shift happening?
It's so easy to think that it is what it is. Like it's all the breakup words. What can you do?
Right.
And it's, and hopefully there is some opportunity to have change. So the other side is that you're being considered to be part of a reality TV show. And so because of that, you're going to be observed by a team of people for a month. And so what do they observe you commonly or usually or repeatedly doing? And it's interesting. Greg, you said this was hard. I thought it was easy for me to write down 10. But and also mine are very vague, but I think if I was being observed from a distance, man, how boring. He went into coffee shop again. Like I would love like that degree of intense observation without necessarily context would be awesome. Like, what is this guy doing?
He loves Costco so
Why-
much.
Like he has why he's somebody else is coming. Does he know all these people that he's hanging out with at the coffee shop? Why is he behind the counter?
He just wanted that and stole some.
Yes. Oh, I think about that. So sometimes when I grab something out of the cooler, I make a point to walk behind the counter
Yeah.
because I'm like, wait, I'm waiting for a moment for somebody to go, hey, did you buy that?
I know.
I try to act like I'm stealing it because I want to see if any customers just say anything.
I can't wait to.
I've had customers like look at me weird, and then I just look at them and I walk away.
Oh, no.
Like, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
That guy just.
I
So
always
Steve-
talk to whoever is working right immediately, like at the counter behind that. Just be like, "How are you?" And make sure that
I
people
love it.
know that I know somebody.
What did people what would be observed about you guys that you do a bunch?
Mine is more behavioral. It was like, I'm a great sprinter and a great crasher. Like I run and then I nap, run, nap. Like everything is.
Did you write down cry?
I didn't write down cry. I should have, but
She has 4
I'm
or 5
rushing.
empty, so.
Yeah, I can write more, but rushing to get things done and then just crashing. That's my daily.
Ty?
I sing randomly, like random things too. It's a habit I started when I was a kid. Just sing songs about my dog to my dog. And
You have a dog?
no. I used to.
yeah.
When I was a kid.
Yeah.
I'll sing songs randomly to like Penny about what Penny's doing.
Yeah.
She loves it most of the time. Not really.
Mhm.
It's one of those things that I get to annoy her with.
I get too familiar with.
I'd love it. I would assume, Gorman, that'd be like he goes into this little room and talks very dramatically.
Every so often. I do a lot of singing. In fact, there's got to be like 3 or 4 videos my wife has taken of me as I'm rehearsing, and she
man.
sends it to my daughters.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Family
Thanks.
blackmail. I love that. So the tension to feel is that you can have side one, there's really good important things to do, and you go, listen, you could pile up all the different motivators in the world, and I wouldn't necessarily, those are good motivators, but I wouldn't necessarily do anything. On the other side, Greg, you said this on Tuesday, and it just kind of spun me, just like, wow, I've just thought about it a lot, is that there are so many things that we do habitually, and if you would be asked why, I go, I have no idea. And so, like Jesus's words are, as he wraps up this section about doing good things, is that he points out this, you should work to store up treasures that can't be destroyed. Where your treasure is where your heart will be. You can't serve both God and money. And this isn't really all about money, but it's about where you really truly find value, and where you truly it's the things you do, and whether you know it or not, there's motivators behind that. And kind of breaks me to think about what it really is motivating me to do the things that I actually do.
Yeah, we had at our theology group last night, we got to talking about motivations a little bit, which is interesting, and just the complexity of, I don't know, I feel like a lot of times to make things make sense to us, we want to understand other people's motivations in isolation. Like, they did that because they don't like me, or they never really loved me, or whatever. But I think most motivations are much more murky in that there are a million things.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are unknown. And so I think it's kind of dishonest to say any motivation is happening in isolation. I think like you could do something because it benefits you and it benefits somebody else, and it's what you feel like you're supposed to do, and
shame and noble,
and it can all be the same time, which makes it so much harder.
Yeah. And the Sermon on the Mount is going to continue, and it's going to bring into focus judging others. And like, this is such a great precursor to that, because you go, my motives are complex, but when I look at somebody else, I just have, theirs are simple.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Right.
Or on the other end of it, they're incredible. Like, they don't touch the ground. They're incredible. And it's that can set you up on both sides to moments of feeling failure and disappointment.
Yeah, it's really hard.
I again, to bring this into perspective in Jesus's words, I did a quick editing of there's a moment in Forrest Gump, the movie, when he really quickly, it's when he's mowing the yard. It's like he gets hired to mow the grass at the field because life has led him to a point where he doesn't have to worry about money anymore. And he just, all of this success, and the overarching picture of the movie, I don't know about the book, but the picture of the movie is that here's somebody that, without even necessarily skill, like falls into success after success after success after success, and still in the midst of it has pain and challenge. But I think our calling is to have, not to just think that, well, I'm just going to stumble into doing good things. My motivations, they are what they are, but I hope that I, without intentionality, can just do and be good, be healthy on the inside. And it appears that Jesus is going, it's not going to happen on accident. You're going to have to give some energy and effort to it. And Paul in 1 Corinthians chapter 9 says it's like running like a competitor in the games. You got to run with intention. Don't run aimlessly, but strike your body with blows in order to make it, again, a more perfect person to be in. And so intentionality is rough.
Well, and it's not just the performance of it, it's the training before it, ahead of it.
Yep.
So couple that with not the expectation of having it, your motives are not always going to be pure, but they can be a practice for sure. And first step to that is just trying to understand why. Yeah.
And so on Sunday, to come to a moment where we're asked to write down what really does have value in life. Because I think I really like the picture of that. I mean, this paper could be much bigger and have, 100 things that are valuable to do and all the motivators of it. And then the other side could have, hundreds of things that we do habitually. but to feel, like I think most people, and for sure me as well, if somebody observed impartially and just say, well, we're going to do this reality show on Scott, and quite a bit of it will be him picking up his phone. That's going to be really entertaining. And so, think about the motivators, the deeper motivators to those types of things, and then to go, all right, what really does have value, and how am I going to build and invest into those things, motivating those things that they happen over and over again. Has to start with understanding what truly has value. And as much as I don't understand motive most of the time, I think value is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Rich.
I think you kind of said it, but the thing that I said on Tuesday when we were talking is just the idea of, I mean, it's in here, but where your treasure is, there your heart will be. It's also where your value is, there you put energy. And I think that's kind of the deal. And I like the idea of the observation, because someone observing, it might be boring, it might be whatever, but at the end of it, you will know things that you value from watching that.
Yeah.
And I think it's important for us to look at that and go, we need to know, and we need to put our effort into the things that are important.
It's good.